don't know. How have you yeah, how did you see those mechanics when the game first came out, and how are you adjusting to it now? How do you feel about it now? I guess.
I think the Tekken first time it came out,
Yeah.
I was I think it was a little crazy that all the mechanics like hit and the chip damage, everything. It was
Yeah.
really crazy. But I was thinking like, because I always like defensive play style. I wanna the best move I like is down for the one, which is super safe.
Yeah. One jab, down forward one.
Down forward one. Because they are kind of these moves has been like actually key move during Tekken series, like
Of course,
forever, honestly, like from like Tekken 1 to like
it's
Tekken
the fundamental.
It
moves,
was like key move. The Tekken 8 came out, and then always Namco killed the fundamental moves because they want they don't wanna see this fundamental game anymore. They don't because I don't know why though, but anyway, they want more aggressive style. I was thinking like,
sure, yeah.
Damn, it's not my style. Maybe it's
yeah.
I was down for, bro. And but I'm still thinking. I was thinking like, maybe this game has to be. You have to be like super aggressive. You gotta press button. Yeah, that's my first impression.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine with the recoverable health, they're encouraging you to go on the offense too, right? So if you look now, like there's the rage comeback mechanic, right? But then there's also like the you can recover the health as well. So if you get a rage art, then you can also get your life back too. And especially it makes those situations very tense when there's low health, and it can change. You can get more life, and so I guess that has made it so there's a lot of situations where you have to hold forward. You have to go in, and of course it's that is what it is to have a more aggressive kind of play style. But is there? I mean, Are you looking for kind of like when you approach something like that? Do you think, oh well, I can't play defensive anymore, and I have to just adjust my play style immediately, or are you looking for a way to kind of a character or a way to kind of fit with your original play style? I mean, that must be kind of a conflict, right? Because like people who have been playing for a long time, you have to kind of unlearn some stuff, right? And I think with each Tekken game, you kind of have to do that to some level, I imagine. I know Tekken is a very legacy franchise where each game is not, it's not like Street Fighter where everything changes. Like with Street Fighter, it's like, it can be kind of crazy. But like with Tekken, it's like, these are a lot of 2D mechanics that are coming into play, right? And so, how's your approach to something like that?
So, I think Tekken 8 right now, I mean, you have to be aggressive. That's my first impression. But right now, I honestly think like still there are still like Tekken fundamental, which is great. But at the same time, I see that I think there are like some way to a certain move, which is, for example, just two characters came to my mind right now, like Kuma. You go to hit, then everybody think about like, electric plus frame, and then till like hit smash, right? That's how you are supposed to use hit, right?
Yes.
And for one more thing, like Dragunov, you get hit, and then you are supposed to use hit to smash into 50-50 either, or maybe 1-1. You do hit to cancel, and then you give a chip damage, you get plus frame, and then there are one more turn for you, right?
Yes.
I think something like this. There are some ways that are supposed to be played. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which is I see. Not really good, I honestly. Right?
Yeah.
Before with the hit or whatever. For example, right now with the hit, when it gets activated, everybody see, oh, this guy definitely take advantage. Now it's his turn, right?
Yes.
Dragunov get activate hit.
Yeah.
1-1 activated, right? Kuma hit smash activated.
Yes.
So now the turn goes like by the hit, right? But before Tekken 8, like before this kind of system, everything was like still fundamental spacing, and then still, you have to wait, right? You have to still can get in, but still wait, right?
Yeah.
But now I think Heat decide like too many options.
Yeah, I think with Heat, the pacing of the game is much faster. So watching Tekken 8 matches, I'm like, everything just seems faster, right? It's
Right.
because like you get into the situation where you're in plus frames with the heat, and then a heat smash, like a low heat smash or something,
Yeah.
or and the pressure doesn't end, right? Like there's
Well, right.
like
Yeah.
the Xiao Yu's, she has a heat smash that like even
Right,
after
yeah.
you
Oh,
like
yeah.
defend and block, now you have to work
Oh,
with
yeah, you play
hypnotist
Xiao
stance.
Yu,
Yeah, I play
right.
Xiao Yu. I'm like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
wow, this is really like still
Yeah.
my turn, and like now I got another mix up here.
Which
This
is super safe too.
yeah, it's
Right?
super safe. I'm like,
Right.
oh, and I just keep using that, and it's like
Yeah.
but it's yeah. I mean, I guess there's now like the plus frame situation is like I guess in Tekken 7 you kind of had that with like a rage drive where you had a rage drive to kind of like it's a safe thing that can do a lot of damage if it hits, but if it's blocked you can get like
Yeah.
another turn.
Right.
But I guess with the system now you can activate at the beginning, right? Yeah, everyone has
Oh,
heat
yeah,
at the
yeah,
beginning, so it's
yeah.
like I think Spag described it as like it's kind of like you have like rage drive at the beginning if you want, right?
Oh,
and so
interesting.
I noticed this with Street Fighter 6 as well. So it's kind of I don't know if there's a parallel here or if they the decision making people they decided like this is how we should go forward with these games is you have the resources at the very beginning and you can go crazy. You can party at the beginning, right? So in Street Fighter 6, there's the EX meter. There's like the burnout system, right? I don't know how much you've played Street Fighter 6, but there's in Street Fighter 6 when the round starts, you have access to your EX moves, like, and you have full EX gauge, which is separate from the CA gauge, like the super bars, but you can you can just like you can do like EX moves and do drive cancel,
That's true.
drive rush, and so I think they kind of want it so that at the beginning of the game you can have something crazy happen. You can just activate heat at the very beginning of the match if you
Right.
want,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Or you can save it, or
Yeah.
I guess in that sense, have you found like a rhythm to how the heat system works? Do you feel that it's good to use it at a certain time, or do you notice is there a meta developing with when to use it?
Oh, that's a great question. I think the meta is getting, there's more like meta right now because I think it's interesting because we have heat, right? But everybody also have a like heat burst, right? The heat burst.
Yeah, just to activate it raw.
Activate
Yeah.
it, right? But I think the thing is that the heat burst has a like itself like it can be like defense option because it wins everything right with the activation, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
also one more thing is that everyone, all the characters, they have different tracking with the heat burst.
Yeah, didn't they change the tracking when the patch or one of the patches or something? I think it was more homing before, but now you can because I
Oh,
noticed
right.
people are stepping it now.
Oh yeah, it
and
was homing
punishing it.
before, right? It was better, even better.
Yeah, I think it
before.
was even
Yeah.
better before. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, the way I see it is that some characters they use it as a like a strategy. For example, Dragunov tracking. I think he's hit for tracking super well. And
okay.
actually, Brian he tracking better. So this character, I mean, there are more characters obviously, but this kind of characters they can use it in minus frame while they are in aggression. They do
Yeah.
pressure. They get minus frame. I mean, which is not their turn, but they just go to activate.
So they keep their turn
Yeah,
just
right.
by
Yeah.
the heat burst.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, and
yeah.
then now they have heat smash available. They can do heat dash.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a way to just keep your turn. Another way to keep your turn
Well,
by activating it. But
Yeah.
you said it's also like a defensive thing too. So it's kind of like you see people in very bad situations. They just activate it to.
Honestly, I think it's better in offensive situation right
Okay.
now. I think because to your pressure, but maybe like 50 even 50-50 even situation, maybe you get like smaller minus frame, -1, -2, small frame, then you go to just activate and then save. It can be safe.